Well, good morning. It's I hope you can hear me. I know I'm not a very loud speaker, and I'll probably say that again. Oh, it's it's 12/12/2024. It's the 12th of December. Oh, my name is Gail. I, I'm I create content for the internet. I have autism and chronic pain. Today's a kind of a rough day. I don't like the lights are going in my eyes. I gotta turn those lights off. Back. How's that? No, we're really in the dark. Wow. Now we're really in the dark. But I think it's the light's still there. It's the light from outside. Hold on. Oh, street light. Darn street light. Yeah, just need to get the street light. Man, I can't. Here we go. It's on. Is it the street light? Was it? Is it the street light? Oh well. We're going to be having these reflections of the lights in my glasses throughout. I can't get around that. So welcome to the 12th of December, 12/12/2024. Good morning, Isla. I just came in. Oh, I was going to say I'm having what would be known in our world of chronic pain. Pretty much morning. So I'm going to try to hang in here, have my coffee, so at least I'm not alone. But yeah, it just seems like, all the pain and anxiety has just sort of decided to come upon me at once today. So today, 12th of December, we are celebrating National Gingerbread House Day and Independence Day in Kenya, also known as, I don't know if this is right to pronounce it, but Jamhuri Day. And I have pretty well very little work to do, which is thank goodness because I'm on the old illness merry-go-round. Just can't seem to find a place to get off, and it gets frustrating after a while. I think it's a lot of the anxiety is just the frustration. I'm just gonna grab my coffee, roll over. And try not to spill it. There we go. It's lukewarm. I should have nuked it. I tell you, I'm a decent coffee maker. Lukewarm coffee in the morning. It just seems like kind of a lukewarm coffee kind of day. I hope you've had a better start to the day than I have, and I hope we both have a better me, you, and the second person, which is the other me on my computer. Let's all have a better day. There are no plans today, thank goodness. I couldn't do anything even if I wanted to. I'm somewhere around 1994, I think, in the old Christmas shows. I watched, what was it I watched yesterday from Carnegie Center on the Christmas concert that was quite good. Nothing else really jumped out at me. It's interesting watching old soap opera, especially ones you've never seen before, because you kind of, I wonder if there's any more episodes. I could check that one out. But yeah, no, I did eat my EastEnders with the Butchers and Jacksons coming together for Christmas, which if you don't watch EastEnders, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Nothing really jumped out. I guess, I don't know, maybe as the 90s went on, it got less vintage. I don't know. less vintage, more, what you can expect, sitcom and stuff like that. So probably more of that today. I'm going to get caught up with some of the blogs I follow. News. In the news. What about, they're taking this drone thing out there in New Jersey pretty seriously. You think drones the size of cars and SUVs. Apparently one was the size of a school bus. I don't even have no idea what's going on. You don't really pay attention to these things. I just don't. It's not my type of news, but the fact that they're holding like hearings and investigations and things into this, like, come on, of course it's probably, I don't believe it's something from another galaxy or anything. I think probably it's definitely from this world, but something I know nothing about, so something I can talk very little about. And good morning if someone else has joined us here. We're coming to you from the one side of my bed as I'm a chronic pain sufferer, and there won't be any getting out of bed today, but who likes to have coffee alone in the morning? Nobody. So I enjoy it. My friend V Team Paranormal, or Isla from Victoria, BC, has joined me, as she does every morning, and I'm quite grateful for that. Yeah, that is about it. See, at first I thought, Christmas time, drones, yeah, whatever, they're doing these light shows or whatever, until you start hearing the size of, like, cars and SUVs and what? I mean, okay. Why? But and then I heard that in Oregon, apparently, pilots were seeing strange lights. I'm going to get totally sucked into this because you know how I am. One of my autistic traits is something happens, I hear about something, and I must know everything about that. Everything. And to the point where stop. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's hard when you get most of your news from YouTube, but yeah, I guess I'm gonna try to stay just to the I don't know, what are the official sources? What are the trustworthy news agencies? Who knows? This world seems to get stranger and stranger by the day. Nothing surprises me anymore. But yeah, that's just something that sort of hit the news after we've they're trying to turn the shooter of that CEO into a pretty evil character, but I think they're having a hard time, especially to anybody who's gone through pain in that and realize how you're treated and the desperation you go to I don't trust any media. I used to work for the main media. I used to work for Prime Media. They were the largest. They pretty well published, I guess, every magazine. Yeah, they bought about.com when I was with them. I think it was they thought, they're a magazine company, they're a print company. I guess they figured that About was either they thought that About was competition, let's destroy it, or they just didn't know how to handle internet companies, because boy, did About.com ever go downhill after they bought them. Such a company with great ideas and potential. They could have been Google. They could have been more than Google. But yeah, that was I actually went to a lawsuit with them. But I can remember, because I had to deal with a lot of mainstream media people, and we were new media, sort of cheap, not really taken that seriously, I guess, at that point, 1998 to 2001 or whatever. I can remember going to the 2000 opening of the Experience Music Project in Seattle and introducing myself. I'm not traditional media. I didn't want to be associated with them because it was, especially there, it was like everybody was a prima donna. Everybody don't you know who I am? Right? So I made sure when I introduced myself, I said, hey, I'm not like the rest of them. And I was never like the rest of them. Maybe that's why I'm not a millionaire like all the millionaires that I basically made with my content. That's the world. That's the world of mainstream media. You do the work and they make the money. I guess that's with anything, eh? Oh, but yeah, nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, an actual Grinch could land out there in my front lawn right now, and I'd be like, "Hey, come on in," you know. Oh, yeah, we are all media. You know, that's why oh, every single. And I've worked for quite a few internet companies. I work for Google. I work for Squidoo, Hub Pages, About Mining Company, and I'm sure many more. All except one, all info about, which is in England. You are told exactly. You do not have a brain. You do not do your own original work. You are told what to do. You're told what to say. And I never really felt comfortable with that. That's why I like to have my own, my own website now where I can put out the information and I don't have to have them. I think I put one ad on a page just to give people the option of if that's what they want to do, if they want to shop. But, everything written around the bottom line all the time. Maybe that's why I don't like these websites. And I don't know if you notice, but with all these like ad servers and this bothers me. I don't know if this is a thing because of my sensitivities, because of the spectrum, or what. But I feel like somebody's pulling on my page, pulling on my computer, right? That I don't trust, and it just so annoys me. Like a bad smell or an annoying sound. But look at me. Here I am. One little person up against. I do feel when it comes to all the media around me, I feel like I'm in the dark on a new moon in the middle of the ocean in a black boat. That's how I feel when I'm having to compete with all these companies. I mean, it took me how long? Just recently, in the last couple of weeks, I finally got things straightened out with Google, and I don't know if they thought so much as my site was, because it wasn't never a security. Day one I purchased the extra security, so everything's encrypted that goes in or out of my site, including all my visitors' information and that. But I think I'm everything that's anti-Google, really. So what am I? I can't be a threat or anything. Am I a competition? I don't know. I actually have a page where I celebrate Google, but I've seen the whole thing develop. I've been there since day one. I remember when Google wasn't Google. It was like the Open Learning Project, or the Open Something Project. It was two guys, and I was already doing this for probably a couple of years with About. And I started talking to these two guys. Yeah, we're promoting each other back and forth. And I was told by no means at all do you, this is a new company. It's called the Open Whatever. Nobody have anything to do with these people. And I'd already forged a relationship with them. So I just sort of ignored that and thought, I'm trying to get, at this point, there's a lot of search engines. There's Yahoo, which was the main one, but there's a whole bunch. And Ask Jeeves finally bought About.com, I think, in the end. Well, Primedia bought it, and it ended up with Ask Jeeves, or maybe Primedia bought Ask Jeeves and Merge. But yeah, there was quite a few directories, and I wanted to be in all of them. That was, that's part of the job. But yeah, Google just seemed to accelerate quickly. As Amazon, I was one of the very first Amazon affiliates whenever they started, because I know we'd also been in the business for a few years. But yeah, it seems like things have gone by in a flash. But when you think back, the last 25, 30 years of that the web's been around. I go back to bulletin board systems in the early 90s. We did everything by text. I had to phone long distance. If I wanted to participate in a forum in Hawaii, I would have to go through my phone line long distance to do that. I did. Why? I don't know. Well, I know why. Why I was trying to develop a telework program on the Big Island of Hawaii. So yeah, I was talking to people on that, but yeah, it was pretty primitive in those days. Somebody picks up the phone while you're online. Oh my gosh, don't do that. And in Hawaii, we were still on the party line. Oh, I wasn't on a party line, but a lot of people that I knew that were on a party line still. And also, it's so humid there that we'd have to have somebody come every couple of months from the telephone company and actually clean the mildew out of the phone jack. But I think about it, it's like, there's mildew in the phone jack. There had to be mildew other places, and why wasn't I thinking about that? But yeah, it's been a long journey. So today we celebrate gingerbread houses. Got a link in here to my page about gingerbread houses, where you can learn about ginger houses. You can learn about why we celebrate them. You can learn the history. You can try out some recipes. I got a few videos on there. I think I got 3 videos with different styles of decorating, and a few books. If you want to support me in that way, Amazon would be about the only way I ever make a living, and I'm not selling anything right lately. So if you ever need to shop at Amazon, please go through my website. Just any one of my book links will take you right in. And I don't know. I used to be able to get credit if you went in that way. Hopefully I still do. I order a lot from Amazon. I order everything from Amazon because I can't get out and I can't get around. But you don't get commissions on your things you order for yourself, which is really too bad. I order my coffee, I order all my toiletries and paper towels, toilet paper. I order all that stuff. One, I don't have a car, and 2, I'm disabled. And I found that it's actually a better deal because I do have Prime, which gives me all the television too. But I do find that things at Amazon, I went to the local to London Drugs, for instance, and got this medicine. It's going to cost me probably a few dollars more. I mean, my coffee would cost me a lot more. But yeah, so excuse me, to shop at Amazon. Look at me. That's the other thing too about creating content. I've got over 600 pages. I'm going to go today and find out how many pages I have. People don't realize that nobody's paying me. That's what I totally depend on is selling Amazon or through one of my other affiliates. And hopefully now that we've straightened out the Google issue, and I've got over 100 pages spidered as of last night. So now that that's happening, hopefully people will start to find it. So far this month, we're up to 51 different countries have come in. And I do have Amazon in other countries too, like a few other countries. Yeah, so the traffic is slowly climbing, but I need it a lot more. And that's my hope for the new year. Let's see. National Gingerbread House Day. We've got instructions and recipes to create the gingerbread house. Compiled information and the fascinating facts and history of gingerbread houses. 3 books. Gingerbread Wonderland. 30 magical houses, cookies, and bakes. A year of gingerbread houses, making and decorating gingerbread houses. Excuse me. Stuffy nose. For all seasons. And the gingerbread book. More than 50 cookie constructions. So if that's what you're into, we got 2 or 3. 2. Only 2 videos. Are they the same? Oh my gosh, I think 2 of them are the same. No, they're not. They use the same picture. Okay, so we have the ultimate gingerbread house. 101 tasty ways. Whatever. Aaron, easy gingerbread house decorations, and 50 gingerbread houses for the videos. And Jamhuri Day. I don't know if that you pronounce it that way. I hope it is. On the 12th of December, Jamhuri Day, also called Independence Day, is one of the most important national holidays in Kenya. So, I got, learn about the holiday, but also, learn about history of Kenya, government services there, Kenyan culture, genealogy, wildlife, food, page about Nairobi for the kids, National Geographic for kids information and resources, nature, the tourism, wildlife, heritage. Oh, even a link to the president, William Ruto. Travel advice. Let's see what the Canadian government says about travel. It says, yellow, exercise a high degree of caution with regional advisories. So be careful if you're going there or if you are there. UNESCO's Kenya, does that work? I know my UNESCO link for the other. Oh, it does. Kenya in UNESCO. Kenya according to Wikipedia and the World Factbook from the CIA. Of course, we've got your 3 books. We've got a video. We got a video about Jamhuri Day. Brief, quick history of Kenya. I like these super quick history videos on YouTube. He does this about every country, I think, and it's a quick way to get a rundown of how our country came to to be where it is now. And we have a few links to other African holidays on my website. Amazing places to visit in Kenya. That's another video. Maybe a dozen radio stations. And you can tune in and really feel the spirit. If you're into GeoGuessr, we've got a challenge for Kenya. Kenya maps, yeah. A full documentary on the wilderness. A trip through the wilderness of Kenya. Yeah, so you can pretty well learn anything you want to know about Kenya, and that's what I do for many countries and many subjects. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I get tired of watching all the Christmas videos. I'll turn to watch some Kenyan and some gingerbread ones. Maybe not gingerbread, but I like watching documentaries from other places. Just when you're housebound, it's always good. Look at my hair. I put that picture of the troll on the front of my thumbnail because my hair looks like that in the morning. And welcome, we have someone else just joined us. We're here in Vancouver Island, we're on day, let's see, 60, about day 70 of bed rest. So sometimes you see me coming from this side of my bed. And sometimes you see me coming from the other side of my bed. Yeah, I like nature documentaries too. I just like to be part of one of my autistic traits is I like to get together like lists of things and organize things. So this is why I have a website that basically does that for whatever information I can learn about. But this is, to me, it's exciting when I'm starting a new subject because I'm going to be able to learn about that place. And you got to do something to keep the mind going. When you're spending 23 hours in bed every day, it's a long day. When especially you don't get any exercise or anything, so you're not burning any calories or making yourself tired. So you wake up early and in pain, and it's a long day. So yeah, but by having new things to learn about, research is fun. It is. You never stop learning. Never stop learning. That's for sure. It's one thing that keeps me going. I don't know what else I would do. In fact, that's what I'm finding frustrating now is that, I can't create content right now. To me, it's like a reward, Okay, you can't create content. You can make sure there's no broken links or anything in the content you have. And as a reward, when you feel better, you may create content. I've been waiting to do I'm in March in my content creating. So I'm ready to do this spring equinox. It's my next story. And I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's a reward. Where's my lukewarm coffee? Oh. Mm-hmm. I forget that sometimes there's chat and playback to the next day. So Isla says she likes to research about things too. She's got to keep her old lady brain going. LOL. And that isn't that the truth? That's the truth for sure. I don't know. I can't just stop and do nothing. Even when I'm watching, like videos or something, I ought to be playing some kind of STEM game, some kind of solitaire type game at the same time. I just can't be there and just be there thinking nothing, doing nothing. And that's just sometimes a good thing, I guess. And often not. I mean, this morning, I'm telling you, it was 3 minutes to 5, and I'm in like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to do this? I actually thought that it was going to open up, but I was going to be just in tears because that's where I was at. I guess my medication started to kick in a little bit and relax me. But yeah, I was right on the edge of pure anxiety, and it's the frustration of knowing another long day of having to keep my mind occupied and being frustrated. Oh, and yesterday my husband did not go get the shopping, so he definitely has to go today. So I have the dog in the room with me for a while because he has to make that dog food today. Or I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a dog that's not too happy. Don't want to give him dog food. It's just will upset his entire system. He's not used to eating it. So to make our own dog food. But yeah, I don't know. Today's gonna. I know when I wake up with the anxiety, when it's like smack right in my face, it does scare me about the day if I'm gonna like right now. Yeah, I just feel the anxiety. And it's just more difficult when you're starting the day that way, But breathe, and I had a good sleep last night. I had a nice binaural beat with these healing alpha frequencies going all night, so I did sleep quite well last night. So thank goodness for that. But it also seems this month, and I wonder if it's because I've been on bed rest. It is going so slow. I was thinking, boy, if I was having to arrange Christmas and get things done, this month would be going way too fast. But this month, it just seems to be tick, 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 going slowly by. And I don't know. I'm in no rush for another no rush for another month or another week or anything to come. Really, it just seems like it's going slow. But I guess when I start doing things again and I have things to go, there won't be enough hours in the day. Well, somebody else just popped in and out. I guess listening to a little old lady ramble from her bed about how much pain she's in first thing in the morning with a lukewarm, more cold cup of coffee is not the most entertaining thing you can be doing on a Thursday morning yet. What time is it? 5:29 of Vancouver Island. Mind you, it's actually into the day other places. So what about you, Isla? Do you have any plans for today? Is you gonna be editing any videos or planning anything other than been having plans more than I do, that's for sure. My plan is probably rolling over on the other side of the bed and spending the day with my dog. That is it. Oh, well, I've made it a half an hour into this, which was much more than I thought I would. Yeah, in the daytime I think, well, maybe I should go live now. Ah, okay, well, it's good you got a nice project to do. I've got to get in that big closet of mine and dig out my video editing software. I suppose it's in there with my videotapes. You know, I'm watching all these vintage videos from Christmas, and I have a lot of vintage, but how do you get around? How do these people get around the copyrights, I wonder? I mean, I want to get a copyright strike. I've been on, had this channel for like something like 17 years or something, right? Oh, I don't want to, you know, it took me that many years to get 81. It's 81 or 91 subscribers. You know, I don't want to start from zero again. It's taking me that long. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Patience, I guess. Patience. Yeah, I want to get that video. I mean, I can't sit up, so I don't. There's no hurry for it. It's just I think knowing it's there, and the whole thing about it, you know, when you're not doing something, you're thinking about when you can do it. So yeah, I got a long list of things that I want to do. But I do have some home videos still that I want to go through, and yeah, I don't know. That was the other thing. Before we had we had the. I don't know. We didn't really have the internet. We had the bulletin board systems. Back when we used to make our own videos, I had maybe 700-800 videotapes. And some had more than one show on them or one movie on them or whatever, which I had numbers in shelves, probably about 3 sets of shelves, and corresponding to photo albums with every bit of information about every single show on there. Like my son used to say, we were the original Netflix before there was Netflix. But I guess that was my whole organizing thing. Thank goodness for the internet. Boy, when the mining company recruited me in February 1997, and no wonder they said I was exactly what they were looking for. People who make lists. But no, it's a lot of that company too. A lot of what happened in that company was a lot of my ideas were implemented. So what did they sell that for? They sold it for like $130 million or something. Prime Media. It was a ridiculous amount of money, of which I saw none again. Funny thing is, after them, I went to work for a British company, and it was the same afternoon about sort of shut the door on. It was right after 9/11, shut the door on everybody. And this woman I worked with, a couple of them started their own one in England, all info about. I really, really enjoyed working there. This is the one place I really enjoyed working. I don't know. I think probably the whole thing at a mining company about is I think some of the people that I was working with were actual journalists, like they had TV Guide and Boardwatch magazine and that. And I kind of felt like I was wearing one of my autistic masks, and I thought, well, one of these days they're going to figure out that I'm not really a journalist, and they're gonna go by. But in reality, when I said to them, look, I need to tell you this, I'm really worried about it. And they said, well, no, we wanted to bring you in because you're doing things the way things need to be done on the internet. We need you to teach journalists how to do it that way. But don't let them know because they're a bunch of prima donnas. And they were, That was really pretty funny. I mean, I was there 2 months in, after, oh, not even that, maybe 2 weeks after the company went live on the internet, they made me the marketing guru. I don't know why. See, that's what happened is I'm like, oh my God, they give me more responsibility, and I'm really, 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 really worried that someone's going to find out I'm not, especially with all these other people with all their experience and everything. And then they made me representative of children's and families. I didn't like that because we just didn't like that. It's just too much on my shoulders. Now I think it's because maybe nobody else would take these things. I wouldn't say no, With my autism, I was always like that. People, you don't say no. You're a people pleaser, Yeah. Now that I think maybe that's why, I got swung into a lot of jobs there. I was an angel. They called an angel. I would go around and check everybody else's work and let them know something was. Oh my gosh, they were just playing on my autism. I tell you, I don't think they knew they were. But yeah. What else happened? Something else. Oh yeah. We went to Las Vegas. We had the Red Ball. It was 1999 because it's the year my grandson was born. And went to Las Vegas at this Red Ball. This where we sort of introduce ourselves to the world or whatever. I don't know what it's about, the workshops, and people can come and meet us. And at this time, I even had a William Morris. I had like an agent and everything. But what had happened was they wanted me to do a speech about the future of the internet and children and all this. And I'm like, my greatest fear is speaking in front of an audience. I mean, it really was bad. But I realized that I had a lot of respect. People respect what I had to say and stuff. So yeah. Oh my God, I'm getting anxiety just remembering this. Went back to my hotel room, spent the night writing this speech. I mean, this is really, 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 really scary for me. The next morning I wake up and because of the dry air, I got like laryngitis. So I remember going, I'm waiting, and they didn't tell me it was being televised. They had television cameras there and everything. And I can remember going up on that stage and trying to speak, trying my best, and somebody from that way in the back of the room, speak up. Oh my gosh. So I did my thing. I don't even know if I did my notes or just from my heart about how, see, people didn't, I was a child. I wrote for the children. So people didn't take us as seriously because I don't know why they didn't take the kids' guides as seriously. But I did this sort of speech about how these kids are going to be, they're going to grow up with the internet. They're going to be in the future. It's going to be an integral part of their life, and how it's important that we get, that we sort of get them on board and gain their trust and do what's right for them now. And I got over, and I can remember just like just running out of the building, and God, I'm almost crying here. And the manager, like one of my managers, coming out and saying, "Oh, are you okay?" But holy cow, that was horrible. I mean, I'm sure I did okay and everything, but it was just sort of like, oh boy, you gotta. I think I would have been okay until that guy started yelling at me to just speak up. But man, and maybe that's one of the reasons it's taking me so long to go on YouTube, is to put myself in front of people like that, But then, I had the whole thing is, growing up, you're always being judged for being different. And I think even at that moment in Las Vegas, I was afraid of this mask coming down. I don't know what would happen because everybody liked me. There was nobody who didn't like me. Everybody was pretty friendly, and I mean, to this day, I'm friendly with, oh my God, so many people from about, holy cow. I never saw it until, I don't know where it was televised or anything. I just remember those television cameras. And then I found out in the end is I did that because nobody else in my channel, on the family channel, would do it. I guess they were as afraid as I was. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever go up on in front of an audience more than what I see right here. Again, after that, wow. It's funny how something that happened 20 years ago 25 years ago, can still bring back those emotional, the emotional feeling of the time. Gosh, that is weird. And we had another meeting years later in Vancouver, and let's say I didn't get up and speak in front of anybody. Yeah, I know. You know what? It's only been the last maybe 6 months, not even that. I remember at first I mentioned to my daughter-in-law that I thought I had Asperger's. Already I knew I had autism. But other than my daughter-in-law and two of my sons, I haven't even told anybody that, I have autism. I'm sure they know. I mean, they just think I'm eccentric, I guess. The Crohn's disease, I've always been quite vocal about that because it's just a part of my life. But if somebody's going to judge me by disability, that's their problem. Disability is this really, really hard thing for people to live with, as you know. I'm sorry you feel that way. I know exactly how you feel. And this is why I want to get up here. I want to be here for people so we can say, hey, I'm here, me, But yeah, judgment. I'm sure everybody's got something they can be judged about, so I try not to. I used to be quite bad, actually. I used to judge people on the internet. I used to judge, certain YouTubers and that. Yeah, I think it's helped me, too. Because you pretty well. I've only been doing this, for 2 weeks, and you've been here pretty well since the beginning, right? But I want to feel comfortable about talking about anything. Why can't we talk about this? It's hard enough to live with a disability or numerous disabilities or live with pain, especially with pain. Oh my gosh. This is crazy because I don't even like taking pain medication. My doctor prescribed THC for me. I take gummies, for gosh sake. But for some reason, if you have a pain issue, people automatically jump that you must have an addiction problem. And this was like 9 years ago. This is shortly after I moved to Nanaimo. I was really, really having a hard time with my Crohn's, and I was hemorrhaging. I was having a bad bleed. So I went to the hospital because of the bad bleed. And the doctor, Dr. Hillary, his was, didn't examine me for that. Didn't even look into that point. But accused me of going there and being and drug seeking. First of all, I was not asking for any drug. I was worried because I was using a lot of I was losing a lot of blood, right? So it took me years to gain confidence to go back to that hospital. I should probably a few times I should have gone. The one time we never order out. We ordered pizza one night, and I got norovirus. And when I went to the hospital, I went by ambulance. There was more than one person with the same problem that had eaten at the same place, by the way. And they were so nice to me. I said, I think I'm just dehydrated because this has gone on for a couple of days. I just need to get some fluids. And I was totally right. And he even said this. And then, you want some painkillers? And I thought, oh, I guess so. And he said, what do you usually take? And I said, Tylenol. So he said, I'll give you some Demerol or something. Whatever it was, I'll never do it again because it made my nose itchy. So here and I had to wear a mask. It made it worse. I'll never, ever, never take that again. Never take it. Yeah, I don't want any of those heavy painkillers anymore. But they were so nice to me. They were so, so nice to me. But it took me years to get over the way I was treated. But the fact that I wasn't examined for what I was really there. Oh, I'm sorry you're allergic to THC. I think that was the problem. I was with those painkillers because my nose it's just my nose. It's so itchy. It was worse. It was worse. It was worse than everything else. The throwing up and the nausea and the itchy nose. And I remember saying, I'm never doing that. Don't let them give me painkillers ever again. But the thing is, the problem is with the THC, it does work really well now. But I have the oil. When I smoke, I cough. I don't like to cough. So, and I have the gummies. But then if I take a gummy, I'm kind of sort of like, well, I'm going to be out of commission anyways. Must be high. But no, the gummies do work well. I mean, you can't live on gummies all day long. You know what I mean? Another thing I'm trying, and the fellow that I am very lucky. I get, first of all, anybody who's listening to now as well, anywhere else here on Vancouver Island, Canada, I guess, cannabis is legal. THC is legal. So I do have a fellow. Now he has a company, and I think in Victoria. He's in Victoria. He's the guy that makes everything: the gummies, the oils. He's got a factory or whatever. And oh man, he's such a nice guy. He's got an autistic son. I somehow met my daughter-in-law and found out about us. So he basically supplies me with my medication for cost. Thank goodness. Very, very lucky for that. So what he brought over last time was and I took one yesterday, but it's microdosing the mushrooms, like magic mushrooms, but it's like a microdose. It's not, you're not going to be seeing flying elephants or anything. I did try one yesterday, but I found out because I was having the nerve pain, it was sort of my sensitivity to touch. I have such a sensitivity. Anything touch me, clothing, anything, it just heightened that. So definitely, I'll try it for. It's supposed to be like for depression and anxiety and that. I think I'll try it again when I'm having less physical sensations in that because that didn't work. It just straightened out a bit more. Oh, I feel a little bit better. My gosh. Like I say, I did wake up with the anxiety and that, so it's a tough day. But I look forward to. I'd like to, I'm so happy that you come in the morning, and you're the only person that really comes in here. And I would be babbling to myself. I know I'm still probably babbling to myself, but no, I do appreciate it. It's a hard, like I say, it's a hard life when you're in chronic pain. People just don't understand. Ah, you're welcome. I try my best. Like I said, morning. Oh, especially this morning when you wake up with anxiety, you don't feel like. I'm probably now the only reason I wouldn't be out here at 5 is if I slept in, and then shortly thereafter. But I got to gain more confidence. I think to come on more during the day and that. Um, I've got to really go cybernaut my website. I need to start implementing more of a more resource for autistic people, with Asperger's or anybody that thinks they think a little bit differently. I would really like to make this a place that people can come and just share themselves, share each other, not worry about being judged because we have disabilities. Is bad. That's really bad. I hate that. And you do. That's what I'm saying. Like right away, I've got a pain issue. Oh, you must be a drug addict. Well, no, I'm not. If I was a drug addict, I'd probably get better medical care. I'd probably at least have a doctor, you know, but I'm not. So my husband is actually, he's had cancer and that. He's got his own problems. He's got really bad arthritis now, and he's like you said, maybe we should become drug addicts. Maybe then we'll get help. And I'm serious. That's what it seems like. I feel bad for homeless people. I live half a block from a homeless shelter. I see it all the time. But I feel bad for people who are disabled and in pain and elderly because they're just they're not a priority at all. They aren't. What? You got to become a drug addict, but no, that's not going to happen. That's just a frustration node. But can I say, I'm not a drug addict. I'm not an alcoholic. Don't treat me like one just because I have an illness. Yeah, isn't that crazy? It made me afraid to go to the hospital for like, eight, 8 years, 7, 8 years. I even now that's a last option for me. First of all, I know it's just uh, they're busy down there. I don't think they're good. And I think my husband probably knows me better than anybody else and can give me better care than the hospital can. It would be nice to have a doctor, though. My doctor, he um, no, it was about exactly a year ago, year and a month maybe. He retired. Had a same doctor for over 30 years. Been on a waiting list for 4 years for a doctor, and it would be nice to have a doctor because the only way I'm going to see one is if I go to the clinic. But I've got to be there by maybe 6 a.m. to be able to get a place in line to see a doctor. But the buses don't run that early, so I can't get down there. So I'm just, you know, I'm on the waiting list for a doctor. I don't know how long it's going to take. I do have the thing where through my drugstore iPhone can talk to like a public nurse, but that only does so well because I think this illness that I've recurring thing that I've had for the last few months. I mean, there's got to be a reason why I just keep on getting better, getting worse, better, better, worse, better, worse, better, worse, better, worse. It's like a yo-yo. Yeah, it is appalling. I mean, a doctor, just to have a doctor. Gosh, I heard they're opening another clinic in town, but the problem is again, it's going to be like I can't get there, or I can't get there early enough. It just everything's just so messed up with priorities. Or maybe they've always been this way and you don't realize it until you're in the middle of it, you know? It sure would be nice to have like a public health nurse come by once a month or something. I would really like that. Never thought I would miss my doctor so much. And here we go down the old. It's the whole thing, I guess, with the anxiety and depression. You're gonna keep slipping towards that rabbit hole. I'm trying to be up on a positive note. More Christmas television. I need some comedies. I need some good Christmas comedies. Oh, I wish I was offering someone. Yeah, I don't even know. Um, it seems, and that's another thing. It seems like there's so many people in need right now. Yeah, no, most of the time, there's probably some more people more in need. I just want to get healthy again. I just want to get out of bed. That's all right at this point. That's my whole purpose. And I'm starting to get that sensation on my the fabric of my pants touching my skin is bothering me. Oh, well, at least my runny nose slowed down. Yeah. No, I'm not ready to give up. I'm not ready to give up. I'm just, yeah. Well, I don't know if I should be reading this up. I mean, there's basically only you and me here. Some people keep popping in and out, but oh, okay. I'm not ready to give up either. I'm just frustrated. I just give me the answer. Give me the answer. Oh, I'll do it. I'll do anything. Oh, I mean, probably spend 80% of my time praying. Just for a change. Yeah, I try to think of all the things too, all the things I've gone through that I've gotten through. I'm just days are long. What can I say? Days are long. I need to be able to create content again. That would make me happy. Just want to be normal. I would just like to be coming to you from my desk in a chair or anywhere. Yeah, it's frustrating. And I think maybe that's got a lot to do with my anxiety. The thing is, I start to get better, and I see, I start to feel better, and I think, okay, I'm on the mend. This is good. It's good. And then, bang, backslip. And it's not because I'm doing anything wrong. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing. It's just I have a really wonky immune system, and I guess it's been under a lot of stress. I don't know. But I do notice, like, I first of all, I was really, really, really sick. But each time, then I start to get better, and then I'll relapse. But each time, no, knock on wood, each time it's not quite as bad as the time before. So I'm hoping my immune system is really sort of building itself up. And I did have that flu shot, so that probably helped out in that too. But yeah, I want to be doing something. I want to make a blog where I'm like in a beautiful park and showing people around the forests or something. Not the drug dealer standing in front of my apartment pretty well all the time. I used to have a camera in my front window there that it was insane. It would go on. Like I said, I'm half a block from the homeless shelter, so you can imagine. Especially when the drug dealer lives in your same building. Um, some of the things some of the crazy things we would catch on film. I've got them on my old computer. No, I shouldn't I thought maybe I should upload those, but no, I shouldn't be. And it's like blurred people, but if I blurred people, it wouldn't make as much sense. But I mean, I could have a camera, a webcam in my front window here. More people would would tune in to see the craziness that goes on out there. Oh, but yeah, I love my room. I'm surrounded by everything that I love, and I'm trying to make myself happy. But it's just frustrating. I kind of mind that I don't miss Christmas that's going on. I don't have to do all that stuff though. Boy, it used to be a big job having, and it was always very, very stressful too because Christmas costs a lot of money. Yeah. I know what a turkey costs nowadays. I can imagine. I don't know how people do it, honestly. I don't know how they do it. I mean, I don't even know how you afford regular food. Never mind all the stuff you get over the holidays. Gee, I don't know what I'll be having for Christmas dinner. Probably a bowl of oatmeal, most likely. My life consists of Jello, oatmeal, ginger ale, and Boost. That's pretty well it. Oh, the one thing I can tolerate as a snack is corn chips. I do have a bag of corn chips. My bag of corn chips lasts me a long time. It's more or less to get Miles to stop taking something he's not supposed to be taking. And look, hey, I got corn chips. And he'll, oh, I don't want this one. He likes dishcloths and socks. I'm always afraid. I'm always afraid he's going to swallow them, and I'm going to have to put out like $6,000 for an operation. Oh, yeah. I would definitely watch for your live stream on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, because I'll guarantee I'll be right here. I think my daughter-in-law is probably going to invite me over, but she knows that I'm probably not going to be able to come. She's been so good. I tell you, she's a godsend, my Ola. But yeah, I'm going to be here. Be no presents, nothing of that kind of stuff. Like that, I enjoy the season of the season. I enjoy the music and like I see the television, the movies. Having Crohn's, I've never really enjoyed the food because I've always had a limited diet. That's the way that goes. Um, if I have a big meal, I'm gonna pay the price. So I'm not gonna miss the meal. I have that other thing. What is that thing called? Let me tell you. The thing with what's the word for it? Orchid. Avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. But I think I have that. Not so much of the autism, but more because of the Crohn's. But yeah, I have to eat I eat a very limited selection of food. I have to eat them in certain order. Like one bite of this, one bite of this, one bite of this. This, I don't know. But I've always had a very restrictive what I would eat. Very suspicious of certain foods, but I think that's because I have had the Crohn's, and I just food does cause me pain. And as a child, that had to do with that. Even though I can't take back that part, it probably was. Mm. I even welcome the trolls. The woman that I watch, she does set her chat to subscribers only, so at least she'll get a subscription from the troll. But I've had to handle back and about to call me handle trolls all the time, and I don't bother. They don't bother me. I just worry about them bothering other people that might be in my chat because even I figure trolls are the ones that have got the worst problems. They've got the worst going on for them. They're the unhappiest, and there's a good reason for it. So I try to be kind to everybody. And, all is fine until you start disrespecting these other people because maybe they don't feel the same way. But yeah, we've had, we've had some crazy situations with kids. I remember one, and she was bad. She would come in and try to cause trouble all the time. And then I had my little B who would was like, wow, 12 years old, 13, who was my little helper, and absolutely hated this person who went by the name of Angel. And, I knew Angel had problems. Um, and I started talking to her. She would come in. I was the only person in. I would talk to her, as a human being. She was a young teen and that, and things started coming out that she had a very, very rough life, very tough life. She lived way up in northern Canada. But one day, out of the blue, my phone rang, and I picked it up, and it's Angel. I don't know how she tracked me down. I don't know how she got my phone number. After that, actually, my about to call was quite serious about the situation, about someone being able to track us down, because I guess there were people with more controversial subjects, so they didn't want that happening. What had happened was is she had taken a bunch. She was committing suicide, or she'd taken an overdose, and I managed to get to her emergency services pretty darn quickly. Um, it was weird in the situation. I knew the town she was, city she was in. Anyways, they got to her, and she got put into a facility because of her psychological problems and stress she was going through. So I didn't hear from her for a while, but she did come back after and thank me for that and how this had all helped her, and this is where she had needed to be. So that worked out quite well. But yeah, that was pretty alarming. But because I took the time, even though she was just really, really hard work, and I knew that this girl was really crying out and suffering for something. And the fact that when the moment came that she was able to trust me, how she found me is beyond that. I don't know. I mean, I didn't even have a listed phone number. I don't know. Yeah, that was kind of concerning. They put in more security. It's like right now, anybody can find me. I mean, come on, you find my website, go to Google, it's got my address. I really don't care. I mean, I don't think I do anything that anybody's going to come and try to make my life difficult here. I mean, yeah. I'll wave out. I'll wave to you out the window if you do, because I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, so yeah, that's what I learned. And there's been a few times things like that have happened that I've managed. But mind you, I was dealing with children then, which was really, really difficult because there was a whole. That's when all these like COPA, Children's Online Protection Act order came in, and in the end, I think that's why we lost all the children's channels, is because there were a lot. It cost a lot to maintain the security and legality of children, especially children's chat rooms, um, to keep them safe. I never enjoyed really being. I enjoyed some of the kids that would come into the chat room thing, but I never really enjoyed um, having to sort of police it in the way that we did. And yeah, it was all early days and everything. So there just wasn't anything really on there to protect kids. But yeah, when the COPA came in, finally there was something. But yeah, it was very, very hard and very expensive to police, which is why I don't create for children. I create for families now. Um, of course, I was also the guide to Vancouver, um, which was a different situation. But mind you, people would come and chat, and they'd be more interested in where's the good bars in Yale Town and coming to visit and things like that. Um, Funny, my husband did the Big Island of Hawaii when we were living over there. We would have people from all over the world, but they would just come and hang out. I think it was the aloha spirit. We really promoted that. But I'm not too worried with the trolls because you know, I don't think anybody's just coming in to be an idiot or that. I think they do have, and that's just me. That's just me wanting to. Well, what's wrong? Why are you having this problem? Anyways, it's been an hour and 10 minutes. I think I'm gonna pop off because I need to, coffee, restroom, and start the day. And again, I thank you, Isla, for spending the morning with me. Like I say, it was a rough morning. I was having an anxiety attack at 5 minutes to 5. And then I seem to have worked it out for now. I don't know. I doubt I'll come on later on today. I think this is going to be a rough day. So we're going to be working on that, taking care of my dog. So you have a peaceful and lovely day. I'm going to pop off for now. And you have a super blessed day too. And God willing, or hopefully, I will be with you again in the morning. I might try a different time. I say it every day. Maybe I'll try a different time. No, I'll try to do the 5 a.m. of course. The only time is if I'm not awake, if I oversleep. But I had a good night's sleep last night, so I didn't oversleep. Okay, you have a great day, and thank you again for joining me on my morning coffee. And we'll talk to you later.